Hello, my name is Arcadian and we are going to be discussing habits and how we can change that, how we can change our negative traits, our negative behaviors, and make them more positive in life. The key point is first understanding where it comes from, and the easiest way to unpack this and explain it is by looking at your routine. Well, in essence, what we're going to do is take Farmer B, Farmer X, Farmer Y, Arcadian the farmer, Arcadian the barefooted executive, walks through every day. And please listen to this. Every morning he walks through to his vegetable garden and waters his vegetable garden, and then he walks from there to the fowl run, and then from the fowl run he walks through to the post box, and then from the post box he walks through to his house again. Now, I know it seems a little bit silly by saying, well, no, why is he walking out? But after doing this competitively and just continually, after 6 or 7 months, the ground where I'm walking is permanently, there's a mark there. And not only is it in the ground, it's also within our heads. Just say, for argument's sake, one day we're like, oh, we're in love with all animals, they need to be free range, so we release the fowls. But you know what the strange thing about it is, every morning we wake up, we still go through to the vegetable garden, we still go to the fowl run even though there are no fowls there, and then we go to the post box, and then from the post box straight into the house again, because it's imprinted on in our heads. And why do we do this? We do it because there's rewards. You go through to the vegetable gardens, maybe there's tomatoes growing, you water the tomatoes because the reward is to get the fruit. And then from there you go to the fowl run. Why? Because the reward is eggs. And then to the post box. Why? Because information, newspapers, letters from families, and from there back into the house. So what I'm trying to get to a point is that when we change habits, we need to be consistent in them, and then also reward yourself at the same time. And I'm not saying reward yourself by being a little bit manic and really splashing out small little tiny things, just small rewards, a chocolate here and there, an experience with a loved one or family friend, you know, or maybe even your best friend. Experiences are wonderful because there's a reward in it. You're getting emotional fulfillment out of it. So that's what I would like you to concentrate on and do it diligently. You know, at the moment you've got a lot of retrogrades happening for 2020. Many different planets are going to be in retrograde throughout the whole year, and you're going to be trialed and tested. And when it does happen, for argument's sake, at least let's use Mercury. Everyone knows Mercury in retrograde and communication, and it's chaos and frustrating, and it's like, The other day I was sitting at my laptop, actually at the PC, and nothing was working. Absolutely nothing was working. I'm like, what do? You really got to get things moving forward because there's deadlines involved, but there's nothing you can do. And then what I realized by just stopping and observing what the universe wanted me to do, and funny enough, my good partner was feeling a little bit down. So, you know, I managed to make her a lovely cup of coffee and some biscuits, served it to her. We had a good chin wag, which in turn needed to happen because there's quite a pertinent decision that needed to be made, and we concluded with that. And by taking my direction away from the deadline and focusing on what was important at the time, we need to look at those signs. If you don't look at the signs, you're going to carry on bumping your head all the time, and life is going to be very frustrating. But if you just stop and take that deep breath and you observe the situation from an aerial view, you'll get to see the bigger picture, and then from there you can move forward. You know, it always in life you have different facets. You've got your physical body, your emotional body, your rational mind, the volatility within a situation, and then to your spirit, excuse me, to your higher power. And it works in layers. And the funny thing about it is, when you get to that center point, that spirit body, your humanism, your humanistic belief structure, your core structure, it almost has a ripple effect that influences and plays it right out towards the end. And that is so important. What you can do, I'll take, if you have a box, I'm going to draw up, there's a little, this won't work. Well, I'll try and do it. Let me just get this book out. Don't go away, this is important. So if you, over here, if you have a little box, you get a piece of paper and you put a small little square there. And then inside the square over there, you put your problem. Now, where your problem is, your walls are just closing down on you. How do you get around that? How do you change that? Well, it's very simple. You create a bigger box with inside your head and put it into perspective. Because once you take this problem over here that's in a small box and put it in that box, which is very big, lots of space, the problem seems to be a lot less smaller. And how you can do that is you do a little simple equation. Do it with me. If you take 80 and you minus your age, so you take 80 minus your age, you'll be left with a number. Work it out quickly. Now that you've got it, multiply it by 365. That's going to give you the amount, or the average amount of life you have left to live. So don't waste it. Don't put off things. Get things done, and let's be virtuous together. Thank you. Namaste.